Welcome to The Breach. Nobody saw coming, where real incidents become real leadership lessons. I'm MG Vance from CyberLex Learning. Let's uncover the unseen decisions, the quiet signals, and the governance failures that shape today's story. Today's failure wasn't caused by attackers. It wasn't caused by technology. It was caused by a deadline. A deadline that slowly, quietly, silenced everyone. It began with a major release. A high-stakes launch with revenue targets, marketing commitments, and leadership pressure. The date was non-negotiable, the timeline was fixed, and the message was clear. We must deliver. No delays. This wasn't guidance. It was gravity. One by one, the voices began to disappear. Architecture raised concerns. The new service isn't capacity tested. No one answered. Security flagged a high vulnerability. We need a patch before deployment. They were told, add it to Phase 2. QA reported failing scenarios. Leadership replied, what's the business impact? Risk asked for a final review. Project management told them, we ran out of time. People stopped pushing, stopped challenging, stopped escalating. Not because they didn't care, but because the deadline spoke louder than they did. When launch day arrived, everyone hoped the issues wouldn't surface. But hope is not a control. 3 hours after release, the cracks widened. Memory spikes, queue backlogs, application programming interface timeouts, cache failures, authentication loops. And by evening, the entire platform collapsed. Customers were locked out. Transactions failed. Regions fell out of sync. The organization scrambled for answers. And every team said the same thing. We saw the issue, but we didn't think we could escalate it. The RCA revealed the true root cause. It wasn't the bug. It wasn't the vulnerability. It wasn't the missing test. It was silence. A silence created by fear of disrupting a deadline. The deeper issue was cultural. When timelines become untouchable, truth becomes optional. When pressure rises, courage disappears. When delivery becomes everything, governance becomes nothing. Here's the leadership takeaway. A deadline is not a strategy. A deadline is a constraint. If timelines silence honest signals, you're not managing a project, you're managing denial. True leaders create psychological safety, the freedom to speak, the courage to challenge, the permission to escalate. Because silence under pressure is the first sign of an organizational breach. Thank you for joining this episode of The Breach. Nobody saw coming. If this helped sharpen your governance mindset, follow CyberLex Learning for more weekly episodes and leadership insights. Think deeper. Decide wiser. Lead with the gold standard.